Hey, what is going on, everybody? So I got another tool overview, and I have some slight use with it, so I'm giving my first impressions and things like that. If you go back one video, I did a video on the SOG Baton Q2 multi-tool. I accidentally got it from the Amazon sender I bought the Q3 from, which is what this video is about. And I decided to keep it. They gave me a discount code for the price difference, and now I have both. So I do intend on getting the Q1 and the Q4. There's only 4 tools in the SOG Baton series, and I now have 2 of them, and they're blowing me away. So I'm probably gonna end up getting the other 2. So stay tuned for those videos. But this one is just so damn cool. It's so different, and I absolutely just fell in love it and love it. Can't even talk right. Fell in love with it. I've been carrying it for like 4 or 5 days now, and yesterday it came in super clutch for me. I was replacing my halogen lights on my pop-up camera to all LED lights, and I used it quite a bit during that process. Especially one tool on this that I definitely didn't expect to use, but I was like, oh, I do have that. So yeah, without further ado, here it is. SOG Baton Q3. Just look at that sexiness. Just look at that. It's so modern looking and sleek and just slides in the pocket so well with this pocket clip. It's just awesome. And it's a completely different take on the multi-tool platform. And I'm so glad I discovered these. And if you can in any way swing buying one of these, I would definitely recommend it. I'll put the link down below. I bought mine on Amazon. Yes, I had a little mishap, but the second time around was perfect, and I'm sure your experience will be the same. But I'll put a link down below. $79.99 is what I got this for. Prices might go down. This is fairly new series of tools by SOG, so just like anything, prices might go down in the future. So keep an eye out for them if you do like this, but just can't really swing it right now. All right, so it is a full-size multi-tool. Does not look like it at all. You can see the tools all there, but you might be wondering how the hell does this thing pack pliers? Well, it just slides open, and there's your pliers. Spring-loaded. Awesome. It's got like an internal spring, I do believe. You might be able to remove that pivot and service it if it ever needs it, but that I'm not too sure of. But yeah, just badass. So, quick rundown of all the tools. All right, so you got 2 sides, all outside accessible, which if you need tools, it's very handy and convenient to have them outside accessible. Like tools like my Leatherman rebar and stuff, it's not too much of a hassle, but all the tools, you have to unfold it to get to. So this is just another way to give you ease of access to all your tools. So you got 2 sides here. Let's get them all out. And they all lock with this lockback design here. So right now they're all locked. So first one, little eyeglass screwdriver, very fine point flathead driver there for kids' tools and eyeglasses, sunglasses, what have you, anything super small like that. So they're not locking because they're all out, but I assure you they do lock. I'll show you with the last tool when I get to it. So this is just a little awl, punch, whatever. It could be used for a lot of things. Boring a hole in leather, feeding thread through, just all kind of stuff. It can do all kind of stuff. Ha ha. And then you got see, now they locked because it's only 2 out right now. So now you got a wire stripper comboed with a slightly 2-dimensional Phillips screwdriver, and it appears to be about a P2 size, which is a very common size. So that snaps in there. And this part, I knew it had it, and I actually used the hell out of it last night. It's a little sharpened chisel scraper thing. And when I was working on the lights, replacing all the lights on my camper, each one I pulled off they were all caulked around the edges, so I had to pry them up. And then this worked perfectly to scrape all the double-sided tape and caulk and whatever the previous owner just went nuts with trying to seal those lights up. So this actually worked perfectly, and I was so glad I had it. and it was just literally in my pocket. So that's that side. This side, tools are very easy to come out. As you can see, it's kind of slanted there, so you could pick and choose and select which one you want, or just get them all out like I just did there. As I say, it's easy. I struggle. So you got a little blade there. I consider all blades on all my multi-tools backups. I never really use them. If anything were to happen, catastrophic failure on my blade or whatever, I always have a multi-tool, and my multi-tools always have a blade. So I don't use these pretty much at all ever. Little two-sided file. One side's good for wood, one side's good for metal. Little file there. You could probably use this end as maybe a little flathead screwdriver. I don't know if it's meant for that, but then you got a bottle opener, and then another flathead driver right there, sort of a medium. And then you got your can opener, and you could probably do something with that little piece there, but can opener. And I will say, with the chisel, I will recommend to not ever try to use the chisel as a flathead screwdriver, because it does have a sharpened edge. So you'll ruin it as a chisel because it comes to a very fine point there. So just a little word of caution, if you do get this tool, I would advise against using this as a large flathead, because you're just going to ruin that and roll the edge, and it's going to bend, and you're going to be pissed. So that's the two sides. Plier head. Very, very nice. Pretty stout. Not too long and slender, but it does come to a pretty fine point there. You can see the light through. Both jaws do taper and make contact there to a pretty fine little gripping edge there. And then of course you got the big rounded gripped area for grasping bolts and things and nut heads and stuff like that. And then you have non-replaceable wire cutters in there, soft wire, and then it goes to that little circle area is for harder wire and small cables and stuff like that. So this thing is just so badass. I love it. How I've been carrying it is, let me grab keys. I always carry my wallet in my back left pocket, and then I slide this down just like this and clip it to my back left pocket so it rides more like that. And then I always, back left pocket, I clip my keys to the belt loop above, and then I put my keys down in next to my wallet so stuff, they don't jingle and stuff doesn't fly off my keys and stuff. But this is a place that I've never been able to run a multi-tool. Even ones with clips and everything, they're just way too wide because they got the two arms that fold together. I'll grab the wingman. I have it nearby. So this has a clip, and as you can see, with it next to the wallet, you're doubling your width, and that's just enough wider that I can't carry it in this configuration. So obviously you can, if you don't carry a flashlight, like I carry mine front left pocket clipped in, you could have your knife on your right side, your multi-tool on your left side, and there you go. So definitely opens up some different methods or ways of carrying with this design, and it's just so damn cool. It's cool. I mean, I've shown a few people so far, and they're like, what? How has this never been a thing before? And I really don't know. So with the slide action, it is, I don't have enough room here, but it is one hand openable, I guess you want to call it, with just force down like this. I had to do it twice there. There we go. So you can just fly it open like that, rotate it around, and there you go. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'll go on to specs for it. I talked about price and everything. Close length is 5.8 inches. For reference, a dollar bill is exactly 6 inches. So if you don't have a measuring tape nearby and you want to see how big this is because you're going to go run and buy it, you can do that with a dollar bill. The origin is China. It has 13 tools. The blade steel, which I believe is just for the blade. It's 5CR15 MOV, and I'm not quite sure of the rest of the steel. Um, yeah, black and gray anodized. Tells all the tools here. The weight is awesome. The weight is 6 ounces. So if you're huge about weight, I mean, this would be perfect if you're a backpacker and you're really concerned about weight. This gives you a lot of function for not a whole lot of weight. If you're talking weight, I mean, 6 ounces. It. I can almost guarantee it's in part due to the aluminum construction, but 6 ounces compared to like I think this is 12 or 14. Just I mean, they each have their part in the world, but if you're not huge into carrying the giant heavy multi tools, like this isn't even that huge or heavy. I have the Leatherman Surge, and that thing is like it feels like 2 pounds. That thing is huge, but obviously different different tools, different usages. But hey, full size multi tool for 6 ounces, in this cool of a form, I'm loving it. So that's pretty much all the specs there. Height, weight, everything, steel. So yeah, if you want to see I'll put a link down below for this one. If you want to see the Q2, go back, and like I said, I do plan to get the Q1 and Q4. So stay tuned for all that jazz, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you so wish. And yeah, stay safe, guys. Have a good one.